Picture this. Your neighbor pulls into their driveway, does a double take, and immediately walks over to ask if you're selling your home. Why? Because your manufactured home just became the most attractive property on the block, and we're about to show you exactly how it happened. The transformation you're about to witness isn't just about aesthetics, it's about creating genuine wealth through smart exterior upgrades that can boost your home's value by up to 85%. And the best part? The method we're sharing today costs far less than you might think. Let's dive into the exact strategy that's helping manufactured homeowners across the country transform their properties from ordinary to extraordinary. We're talking about changes so dramatic that real estate agents often mistake these homes for custom builds. The secret lies in understanding the psychological triggers that make any home appear more valuable. By focusing on these key elements, you'll learn how to maximize impact while minimizing costs, creating an exterior that commands attention and increases property value. First, let's address the foundation of any successful exterior makeover: color psychology. Studies show that homes with the right color combinations sell for an average of $6,000 more than their counterparts. But here's the catch: most people choose the wrong colors because they're following outdated advice. The breakthrough approach we're sharing today starts with the 60-30-10 rule, but with a crucial twist that's specifically designed for manufactured homes. This modified technique ensures your home appears larger, more grounded, and significantly more upscale. Begin by selecting a dominant color that creates depth and dimension. Forget the standard beige, we're talking about sophisticated neutrals that trick the eye into seeing expensive materials. Think warm greige, soft pewter, or muted sage, colors that photograph beautifully and create instant curb appeal. Next, we'll tackle the most common mistake that screams manufactured home: visible seams and joints. Our innovative approach uses strategic material placement and optical illusions to create the appearance of a seamless, custom-built exterior. Installing vertical board and batten siding strategically can make your home appear taller and more prestigious. But here's the game-changing detail: place them at specific intervals that align with your home's natural break points, creating an intentional architectural statement rather than a random pattern. The transformation continues with what we call the premium points system, focusing on the areas that provide the highest return on investment. Your entry area, for instance, can become a focal point that sets the tone for the entire home's perceived value. By incorporating a carefully designed portico or extended entrance area, you're not just adding functional space, you're creating architectural interest that elevates the entire property. This single upgrade can increase perceived value by up to 15% when executed correctly. Windows play a crucial role in your home's exterior appearance, but replacing them all can be costly. Instead, use architectural trim and molding to create the illusion of expensive, custom windows without the massive expense. The secret lies in proportional design. By adding properly scaled trim pieces and utilizing shadow line technique, you can make standard windows appear up to 30% larger and significantly more upscale. This method costs roughly 1/10 of full window replacement while delivering remarkable visual impact. Let's talk about texture, one of the most underutilized elements in manufactured home makeovers. By strategically combining different materials, you create visual interest that suggests custom construction. The key is knowing which combinations work together and, more importantly, which to avoid. Most manufacturers default to a single texture, making homes look flat and uninspiring. But that's about to change. The 3-texture rule ensures you achieve the perfect balance without overwhelming the eye. Using a mix of lap siding, shakes, and board and batten creates a custom look that's both sophisticated and timeless. Let's break down the perfect texture placement strategy. Start with traditional lap siding as your primary texture, covering about 70% of your exterior. This creates a clean, classic base that speaks to quality construction. The key is selecting a lap siding with the right reveal, typically 4 to 5 inches, which mimics high-end custom homes. Next, introduce shake siding in your gables and as accent features on prominent areas. This should cover roughly 20% of your visible exterior. The contrast between the horizontal lines of your lap siding and the natural, organic feel of shakes adds immediate architectural interest. Cedar shake alternatives in fiber cement or vinyl offer the same visual impact with better durability. Finally, board and batten becomes your power player, used strategically on 10% of the exterior. Place this vertical element on bump outs, entryways, or as a focal point on your home's main facade. This creates a modern farmhouse aesthetic that's trending in custom home design. The vertical lines naturally draw the eye upward, making your home appear taller and more prestigious. Here's the game-changing detail most people miss: transition points. Where these textures meet is just as important as the textures themselves. Professional-grade trim pieces, usually 4 to 6 inches wide, create clean separation points that make each texture intentional rather than random. These transitions should align with architectural features like corners, windows, or roofline changes. Color plays a crucial role in texture management. While multiple textures create interest, using a monochromatic or two-tone color scheme keeps the look sophisticated rather than busy. This approach lets the shadows and depth of each texture become the star, rather than competing color combinations. Lighting is another game-changer that most homeowners get wrong. Instead of basic fixtures, use the layered lighting approach. This technique uses a combination of ambient, accent, and task lighting to create depth and drama, making your home look spectacular day and night. Strategic placement of landscape lighting can make your home appear larger while highlighting its best features. The key is understanding how light and shadow work together to create perceived value. This method uses specific angles and wattages to achieve professional results at a fraction of the cost. The roof is often overlooked, but it can make or break your exterior makeover. While a full replacement isn't always necessary, innovative trim and fascia upgrades can transform the roofline's appearance. By adding architectural elements that suggest higher-end construction, you can dramatically improve your home's profile. Landscaping plays a vital role in the overall transformation, but most people waste money on the wrong elements. A strategic landscaping approach focuses on creating visual anchors that make your home appear more permanent and established. The placement of these elements is just as important as the plants themselves. By implementing a frontage formula, you'll learn how to create depth and dimension that draws the eye naturally toward your home's best features. This technique uses varying heights and textures to create a polished, professional look that enhances your exterior upgrades. Front door selection can single-handedly change the perception of your entire home. Focus on creating a statement piece that sets the tone for the entire exterior. The key is choosing a design that complements your home's new style while adding significant visual interest. Hardware and accessories might seem like small details, but they can make a massive difference in perceived value. From light fixtures to house numbers, each element should reinforce the custom-built aesthetic you're creating. Modern manufactured homes can rival any stick-built house when the right techniques are applied. By focusing on these strategic upgrades and following this proven system, you can achieve results that not only look amazing but also significantly increase your property's value. Implementation is key, and timing these upgrades correctly can save you thousands while maximizing impact. Start with high-impact, low-cost improvements and gradually work your way through the transformation. Remember, successful exterior makeovers aren't about spending the most money, they're about making smart choices that create maximum visual impact. By following these strategies, you'll be able to transform your manufactured home into a property that turns heads and increases in value.